Today, we're going to be talking about animal soul contracts and how you can figure out the contract with your own pet. Hi, my name is Danielle MacKinnon. I'm an animal communicator. For the past 20 years, I've been connecting psychically with animals and passing their information on to their humans, as well as teaching people how to do animal communication. Today, we're going to talk about animal soul contracts. This is going to be a quickie 5-minute version. If you want more, you can read my animal lessons book. You can get it on Amazon or my website. We're going to talk about 3 aspects of animal soul contracts. First, we're going to talk about what are they. Second, we're going to talk about how do they work. And then third, I'm going to show you how to find out what the contract between you and your own pet is. And your pet does not have to be alive, because a lot of animals continue to work on their soul contracts with us even after they've crossed over. First, we're starting with what is an animal soul contract. An animal soul contract is an agreement that an animal soul and your soul made before you embodied into this lifetime, in which that animal contracted to help you grow and evolve your soul. Now, here's the thing. Animals have mastered unconditional love. We have not. Humans have not mastered unconditional love. Just watch the news and it's pretty obvious. But animals have mastered unconditional love, and they're incarnating into our lives in order to help us learn, grow, and evolve our souls. That soul contract is created before you embody into this lifetime and before that animal embodies into this lifetime. All it is known pre-birth is that the animal soul is going to help the human soul. What is not known is how. What is not known is exactly what's going to happen in order to make this evolution happen. All that the agreement originally says is, hey, this dog soul is going to help this human soul in this upcoming lifetime. But how does it work? Once you incarnate, once that dog incarnates, how is that dog going to help you grow and evolve your soul? Well, animals, because they've mastered unconditional love, they are connected to this bigger picture. They're able to tap into us and figure out what we need most. Where do we need to work? What do we need to do? What do we need to learn? And then they maneuver their own behavior and the relationship with us in such a way as to help us do whatever they've determined we need to do. So if every human soul is here on earth to learn how to love themselves, learn how to believe in themselves, learn how to trust, these kinds of things, animals are tapping into that. Okay, so how do these animal soul contracts really work? There are 3 ways that an animal in your life can choose from in order to help you grow and evolve. The first way is through mirroring your behavior. So you may be an anxious person, and this may be affecting your life, and what you need to learn in order to grow and evolve your soul is how to trust, how to relax, that kind of thing. And your cat may be like, well, she's really nervous, she's not dealing with it, I'm going to be really nervous too. So you end up with the nervous human and the nervous animal, and that animal is purposely nervous, behaving this way in this energy in order to get you to deal with your nervousness. So many of us don't do anything about our anxiety, or wouldn't do anything about whatever our problem is. But if we found out then it was affecting our animal, we would, and animals know this. So the first way is through mirroring our behavior. The second way is through modeling. So let's say you're really anxious, you're not sleeping, the same thing, but this cat taps into you and is like, you know what? The best way to do it is modeling. So now the cat's really mellow and lazy and is basically modeling more toward the behavior that you need to learn. This modeling thing can be very frustrating for people. If you're anxious and your cat is slow and mellow, it can create some challenges, or it can be inspiring. But either way, that cat knows, hey, this is what she needs to experience with me in order to deal with her stuff herself. The third way, and I think that a lot of the people on my YouTube channel align with this the most, is through inspiration. And through inspiration, it's basically the animal inspires the biggest love ever in you, like love you've never felt for anyone before, love like you don't feel for a human, trust like you don't feel for others. That's a really common way that an animal will basically show you how to love, show you how to trust by inspiring it within you through the relationship with the animal. So those are the three ways that animals will use in order to get a message through to you. If it's a message that is challenging, meaning whatever that animal's doing is frustrating you, as you get better and start learning the lesson, the frustration will start to decrease in you because the animal will decrease the frustrating behavior. So their behavior directly relates to how we're doing in learning our animal soul lessons or our animal soul contracts. So how do you figure out where your animal in your life is or has been working with you? It's actually really easy. We talked about mirroring, modeling, and inspiring. These are all feelings that come up in you because of the animal's mirroring, modeling, or inspiring. So what you do is you look for the place in the relationship with your pet where you have the biggest wave, the biggest emotion, whether it's positive or negative, the biggest frustration or the biggest love, whatever it is, but whatever that emotion is, the big spot, that is where that animal's working with you. So what do you need to do once you figure out that spot? Then you take a moment and you look around and you look at the other emotions that come up. You look at, well, how does this make me feel about myself? Because those feelings that are mixed in with those emotions that that animal is bringing up in you, those are the feelings that your pet wants you to work on in order to master the soul contract between you and your beloved animal.